Video today we'll be reacting to why you don't want spider powers. And I just want to say I would really want spider powers because like if I was Spider-Man, bro, I'd have a suit, I'd be swinging, I'd be a hero, you know. So you can't convince me that I wouldn't want to be Spider-Man. Because when I was a little kid, like I used to watch the movies like, dang, I want to be just like that. But now since like I'm less of a little kid, I'm still a kid, I'm still a teenager, don't get me wrong. But like when I was a little kid, I was like, I want to be Spider-Man.
We've all been here, right? I mean, not actually swinging through buildings, but rather wishing it was possible. So, what if it was? If we ignore the fact that a radioactive spider bite would give us cancer instead of superpowers, then would you want to get bit? And if so, then
Why wouldn't I want to get bit?
how would your powers work with real-life tech and physics? Would they even work at all? Trust me, it's way more complicated than you think. So let's start simple, shall we?
Miles, let's go.
Believe me when I tell you that the bite itself is the
Yo, I remember when this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out 2018. Damn, I was like 7 years old. I know, I'm pretty young. I'm only 14. Well, I'm 13. I'm turning 14 in a month. But I remember when it first came out, I watched it in theaters. I loved that movie. I fell in love with it, bro. But it was not sad in like the first like hour. You know, I'm gonna say spoiler. The movie's been out for 6 years, but I deal with it. He like how Peter Parker dies in the movie, like that's just sad. Like it made me sad first, but then like afterwards, like when he became Spider-Man, Miles Morales became Spider-Man, I was like, wow, that's just really cool.
least of your problems. Or is it? Picture this. A spider with venom just as radioactive as plutonium, yes, the element used to make one of these, just happened to bite your hand. First of all, ouch. And second of all, if we ignored superhero logic for just 1 second, then the radiation alone from the venom would be able to send you to bed. Forever. The channel Because Science already did the numbers, and they basically concluded that if the level of radiation is high enough to mutate your DNA, then it would also be enough to render every organ in your body useless in about 2 weeks. So let's assume
Oh damn, that would suck.
that your new healing factor allows you to take the dose safely. In that case, congratulations. You just became Spider-Man. But you're missing something really important, and you're gonna wish it was the suit. I will now present you with 2 choices, and whichever one you choose will determine how likely you are to actually be able to use your webs. Got it? Nice. Option 1. As in the original comic book, you're unable to naturally produce web fluid from your wrists. Instead,
Oh yeah, I've seen this in like Spider-Man No Way Home. All like the 2 Spider-Mans, like the newer one, the Tom guy, and like the old one, not old one, it's like slightly older one, the Andrew guy. They had like these little web shooters, so like that. When they went like that, they had like the little web shooter. But then the Tobey Maguire guy, he had like a hole in it and it came out naturally. And I'm like, that's a little like, I don't really know if I want to produce webs.
you're forced to create a small device that sits on your wrist, capable of storing and dispensing white sticky strings of web at hundreds of miles an hour. Option 2. Your body was given the ability to produce its own web fluid that is only known to run out whenever you suffer from depression. Got your choice?
The second one, I'm a happy guy.
Let's go over them. In case you choose to build your own web shooters from scratch, well, you've got a big problem. 2 of them actually. Remember when we were kids and we used to say, I'm sure after watching this movie, engineers will lock in and build one of these in like 10 years. Yeah, don't get me wrong, people have done their best over the years, but nothing even remotely close to this, mainly for the lack of tech.
Let's give it another 10 years and we're gonna have them.
Now, what if we did have the tech? That's where the second problem comes in. Even if you had the right resources to build the web shooters, the average person is not qualified to build one of these. But I'm not saying you can't.
I'm definitely not qualified. I'm not that good at science.
If you somehow manage to create a sticky fluid strong enough to lift a car, compact enough to fit more than one shot on your wrist, and a device powerful enough to shoot webs across buildings, then great! You'll only have to focus on the physics then, but we'll get to that later. By the way, I'd like to know your thoughts on how your web shooters would work. Read you in the comments.
My web shooters, they will shoot webs, and they would stick, and I'd swing. That's how mine would work.
So okay, option 2. Your body automatically secretes webs from your wrists. Sounds simple, right? Kinda. It's true that you won't have to worry about the shooters breaking or running out of webs. Or do you? And I'm not just talking about the midlife crisis that may or may not take your powers away, but also, have you ever wondered how your body would produce these webs? You see, real spider silk is composed of mostly proteins, which in this case, you can also produce, but not infinitely. Meaning you can't technically run out of web fluid, as your body wouldn't be able to keep up with the production of webs at the rate you would need it to. Or maybe you can and I'm just talking shit. Do I look like a scientist?
Well, I mean, I'm a chud, so I eat a lot, so I think I could do that.
Oh. Anyway, we can all agree that if you want a better chance to be able to use your webs, you're better off producing them yourself. However, one thing is using them to pull cans of Dr. Pepper towards you, and the other is using them to swing around New York in tights. So, let's talk about Unlike sticking to walls and super strength, swinging is not as straightforward as it might seem, and it all has to do with physics. Don't worry, I'll make this fun, but only if you subscribe. Nah, I'm still making it fun. So, your first problem would be G-forces. Not what I said. The problem isn't that you wouldn't be able to take the G's themselves, rather the blood getting pulled away from important organs, like, I don't know, the brain?
Well, I mean, if I was Spider-Man, I feel like Spider-Man's strong enough, like, without this, so it's fine.
MatPat did an amazing video a few years ago explaining the numbers, so go check it out later. But essentially, he explained how swinging could pull away blood from your brain, leading to a small little problem: fainting.
Oh, that would be bad, because, like, imagine Spider-Man, you're, like, swinging, and, like, since, like, you do those, because I played the games and stuff, you do those little cool little poses in midair as well, so imagine you're doing that, you faint, and you just don't wake up again. Because you faint, and you fall and you die. Like, that'd be horrible. Well, no, actually, Spider-Man, you'd be, like, healed from it, but still, that would be very bad. It's, like, but and also that'd be pretty scary, because, like, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but, like, whenever I'm on a roller coaster, like, I get this, like, gut feeling, bro, like, and I hate that gut feeling, but I also like that feeling at the same time. You feel like that constantly while swinging, and that'd be pretty bad.
But sure, let's assume your brain keeps blood up there even while swinging. However, what happens when it's every organ in your body that's moving? Let's play a game, shall we? Question: what will happen next? Peter will hit the wall. Peter will face through the wall. Peter's organs will get crushed. You will subscribe to the channel.
You would hit the wall. I've seen the movie before.
Pretty easy, right? Let's try that again. Same situation as before, but this time, whoa. Looking back at MatPat's video, we can see that indeed, momentum exists, which means that at a high enough speed, every landing, either in walls or the floor, might just end up with your organs getting...
Oh, that'd be very bad, but you're Spider-Man, though.
But wait, maybe Spider-Man's super strength allows him to sustain impacts at high speeds.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Sure, but we still have one more problem that proves how Spider-Man couldn't care less for physics. Check out the end of the swing in this clip. Did you catch it? We'll get to it in a second, but maybe this video will make things clear.
Oh yeah, I used to do this in class. Like, if you have a bowling ball and you put it directly in your face and you drop it, apparently it can't. Like, you have to perfectly drop it. You can't like put any force. It's not gonna come back up all the way, which is pretty cool.
Interesting, right? Both in games and movies, Spider-Man's coolest tricks are only possible because he never seems to lose any momentum. Just look at how he keeps spinning around Ant-Man's legs with no regard for gravity. But unfortunately, life isn't a movie. Mine is, shut up. Going back to the video, you can see how the ball didn't win any.
Well, the thing is with this video, you have to drop it perfectly. I assume Spider-Man, it's like going on a swing. Like you move your body with the force. With this, there's nothing helping it like move. You're just dropping it and it's moving like that. But when you're swinging, like you're moving your whole body. You're like using force. You're pulling your hand. You're not just dropping yourself perfectly. You're like actually trying to like you're moving your body with the help of the
momentum. It actually lost some due to air resistance. This principle unfortunately proves how it would be impossible for you to gain height or keep a constant speed by only swinging normally, which means that instead of your swinging looking like this, it would look something like this.
Oh, yeah, that's still swinging though.
But wait, it's not all bad news though. Because if you manage to get to a high enough building and you don't miss your webs, then you could have enough initial momentum that combined with functional web wings and the occasional web zips, you could theoretically make it pretty far, to be honest. Oh wait, what if... Yeah, you're screwed. But it can always get worse. And unfortunately for you, it just might. If you haven't noticed by now, I've
the Sydney Sweeney. I've seen that before. The advertisement with the American Eagle jeans. I've seen that before.
barely mentioned every other Spider-Man ability except from web swinging. And there's a reason for it. If you think about it, the rest of abilities would be so cool and useful to have. A tingle that prevents incoming dangers? Being able to stick to the ceiling, cause how cool is that? Strength and resistance that make you a living tank? And a healing factor that gets you saying stuff like this.
The doctor said you still have 14 broken bones.
Which means I have 192 non-broken ones.
Damn.
That's horror.
Unfortunately, the reason these are so useful is the same reason you might not want to use them very often. I'm not saying there isn't people who wouldn't love you and treat you as the hero you would be. Hero, right? Okay, cool. But when the news eventually spread about your DNA potentially being able to cure any
Everyone's gonna want to try killing you and take your DNA and spread it for, yeah.
disease or even treat cancer, then you've got a bigger problem than just feigning while web swinging. In the real world, you would be considered a genetic holy grail, and even though your blood could lead to people looking like this, that's not stopping scientists from running tests until it doesn't. So then again, you've got two choices, so choose wisely. Option 1, you either turn yourself in so your body can be studied.
Just don't tell them you could heal good and they will never know.
For what's probably the rest of your life, or option 2, where you don't ever show your superpowers to the world. Because if you do, you risk getting caught by practically every government on Earth. So, what would you do? See, if you decided to turn yourself in, two things are likely to happen. First, your DNA would be incompatible with any human, meaning scientists will try to solve the problem for years before letting you go. If they let you go.
What do you mean, if?
On top of that, the results of harnessing your genetic material could go from curing diseases and healing broken bones in days to having entire armies of super soldiers around the globe. I'll let you guess why
That's pretty bad.
that isn't a good idea. Now, if you instead decide to hide your powers forever, then sure, it should work. If it wasn't for one small problem. Getting blood samples and your DNA tested is extremely dangerous. Oh, and having kids too, but that's regardless of the spider powers. So getting your superhuman genes checked, or even worse, spreading them around the gene pool, is off the table. since it might just leave you or your child in the same situation as option 1. But hey, that's just a theory. So feel free
Oh wait, like, how would they know I can regenerate from anything? Like, they wouldn't know unless I told them, and I wouldn't tell them.
to leave your opinion and say if you would like to get bit or not, because this is my final answer. And if you want to know what your secret identity would be a whole nother issue,
I would I would still want to have spider powers. I mean, you can't. I mean, I still want to be Spider-Man. I just want to say thank you everyone for watching. I just want to say thank you so much for 100 subs. You know, just hit that last week or whatever it was. And you know, I made a post about it, but I haven't really like got on camera and thank you guys. And I just want to say like it really makes myself feel bad because I wake up in the morning and I see like my channel growing. Like it makes me really like deep inside. It really makes me happy. And I just want to say, you know, always make sure to know your worth, and I'll see you in another one.